Hi, I'm Jonna Hart, and today we're going to talk about how to have a highly effective video sales call. So you may have never asked yourself what is important and what are some of the factors that make the call a success from a virtual standpoint. Well, we're going to talk about 7 technical elements that are key to the success of your call in just a little bit. But also, I want to remind you, before the actual call with your retailer, it is so important to plan and to prepare, just as if you were sitting right next to your retailer, just as if you were going into their store. And the primary goal of your virtual call is to make it as comfortable and as natural for you and your retailer both. So let's get started and talk about those 7 technical elements. Number 1, audio. Believe it or not, this is the most important element of your virtual sales call. If you're seen but you're not heard, your call, well, it won't be a success. If your audio is poor, it really creates a bad impression. So how do we make sure that we have good audio? Well, there are 4 keys to good audio, and I'm going to tell you about them. A, good internet connection and speed. Your internet connection has a great impact on the quality of your audio. If your connection is poor, it can result in your voice being distorted or floating in and out. I'm sure you've heard that on Zoom calls before. So if you know that you have poor internet connection, the best thing to do is dialing the call on your phone. This way, no matter what happens on the image on the screen, your retailer will be able to hear you. B, background noise. Please make sure that you conduct your calls where your background is quiet so you can keep the retailer's attention, because random background noises that are loud and irritating, such as barking dogs, doorbells, traffic, alarms, all this will affect the effectiveness of your call. So make sure that you are in a quiet room in your home, preferably not a Starbucks or McDonald's, because those are pretty loud. C, room echo. If your office is sparsely furnished, chances are your voice will echo and you could sound like you're in a cave or in a hole. There are several things that you can do to remedy this. Easiest one is just move the call to a room in your home where you've got more furnishings, because that will help absorb the echo. On Jeb Blount, salesgravy.com, he talks about several different options that you can have, that you can purchase. So check that out for his advice on acoustic panels, sound blankets, or corner bass traps. So be sure and check that out. D, a microphone. A good professional microphone is the best option. It will make your voice sound full and natural, and it can help reduce some of the echoing and dampen some of the background noise that you have. Also, the wireless earbuds like the Apple AirPods, they have a far better quality than your laptop microphone, so those are perfectly fine. The second most important factor on the technical side of a good call is your lighting. Great lighting makes you look natural and accessible. Great lighting also illuminates your facial features and makes you appear more human and trustworthy. So the first step to good lighting is this: eliminate any bright light that might be directly behind you, like a window, because when the light shines behind you, your face becomes a dark blob and you're out of focus. We call that the witness protection look, which we'll show a little bit later on. If your room has a window, face it, because the natural light will accentuate your skin tone and your features. Also, selfie lights or LED lights are great. Just make sure yours has a dimmer so you can control the brightness. Number 3, framing. Proper framing on video sales calls will make you look professional and confident. How you position yourself in the frame has a huge impact on how you're perceived. You should be in the center of the frame with your eyesight camera level, so you can make eye contact with your retailer just as you would if you were sitting across the desk or standing next to them. Also, you should be far enough away from the call that part of your torso is visible, and also your hands. So when you speak, this shows your retailer that your body language and your words are congruent. On page 84 in your virtual selling book, there are examples of 6 frames to avoid, and I am going to show you a few of those frames. So just bear with me for a moment. Okay, these are the 6 frames. You've got the skydiver. You don't want to be the skydiver. That is when you are looking down on your camera, like you're hovering above. The bobblehead. Your head is way too big in the frame. You're too close to the camera. The stargazer, this is when your camera is above you and it's like you're looking into the heavens on your call. Here's the witness protection program that we talked about. This is, see the light, it blobs out his face and he's just a dark silhouette. We want to avoid that at all costs. Max headroom, now he's got too much space between the frame and the top of his head and the frame. And then the Grim Reaper. Now the Grim Reaper is, that is when you're using your internal camera and you go to reach for something and your hands look huge. Not a good look at all. So those are 6 of the frames that you want to avoid when you're on your virtual sales call. Okay, now number 4, a camera. Choosing the right camera, it really makes a big difference. Your laptop has a built-in camera, but the image is not all that great. If you purchase there are many cameras that you can purchase and they're available and they will not break the bank, I promise. I bought one myself. And number 5, your backdrop. What your retailer sees when you're on the video call, it represents you and One Coast. So you want to make sure that your background is pleasing. And I'm going to show you a couple of backgrounds that you might want to avoid. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Now, I know this is extreme, but you want to make sure that it's neat and tidy and not messy like this one. Way too many cats. Okay, this one is beautiful wallpaper, but it's very busy and distracting. So your customer's focus is not going to be on you and your product, but looking at the beautiful wallpaper. This is another example of what not to do. This is a large cavernous room. And there again, it is beautiful, but it's so big that your retailer is going to be drawn to what's in the room and what's outside rather than your presentation. So you want to stick to a very good, easy, non-distracting background. Number 6, internet connection. Basically, invest in the highest speed that your provider offers. It is worth the money. And lastly, what we call platform and tech stack. Now, all that is have 2 different options that you can offer your retailer to have the virtual call, whether it's Zoom or FaceTime. This gives you a backup, and it also gives your retailer an option if they don't have Zoom. So be comfortable with both. Now, good luck out there on the virtual sales calls. Find a buddy, practice, practice, practice. Just be comfortable and confident, and you will be a success. So now Mary's going to talk to you about the human side. So take it away, Mary.
Hey there, my name is Mary Burdine, and I'm the West Regional Sales Manager for the Demjaco team. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great Vnstm. I'm here today to talk to you about elements of highly effective video sales calls. There's a few key elements that are going to make your video calls super, super successful, and let me help you with that today. So one of those things is body language. Facial expressions that include a relaxed smile means the world to a video call. It demonstrates a relaxed, confident demeanor. So I think the smile that I have right on is pretty relaxed. I look happy. I look confident, I think. So, try to avoid facial expressions like this or to look confused. Have a happy, confident smile. Body posture, a straight posture, chin up, shoulders back, also leads to a really good confident sales call. So avoid things like this or like this, or, just basically not good body posture, looking like you would rather be anywhere else than on this video sales call. Gestures. Obviously, I've been using my hands to talk. I use my hands to talk, and that's okay. Gestures are great. That's a natural human reaction. Try to avoid things like that. It's distracting, it's unprofessional, and looks really weird on video. So again, use your natural hand gestures, but try not to be crazy about it. Your voice, how you say things matter. A friendly tone, speak confident, have your deep pitch, and have directional, intentional speech patterns. Try not to slur. I'm a fast talker. I have a hard time slurring when I talk fast. So today, I'm definitely trying to have intentional speech with you. Eye contact. Be intentional about your eye contact. Make the choice not to look at yourself when you're shooting a video. I know I have a hard time with that. Why? I don't know why. I guess it's weird seeing yourself on video, so you can't stop watching yourself. Avoid trying to do that. If anything, make a conscious effort to look into either the person that you're talking to, try to look into their eyes, or use the camera. I'm looking straight into the camera right now to talk to you guys today. Attention control. Try to make sure all those distractions that are around you, all of us working from home, try to, like the dogs, put the dogs up. Try to schedule your calls when the lawn guys aren't visiting you. God, those leaf blowers, they're so loud. And then also having attention in your call is highly effective for your calls. Looking away like, that didn't work, did it? I just completely lost your attention. And you're like, what is that lady looking at? Anyway, attention. Don't look at distractions. Don't look at your phone. Stay attention to your customer. Another key element is listening. Failure to listen can damage relationships, and we don't want to do that. Utilize active listening. You acknowledge you're listening by actively looking at the camera. We discussed that earlier. Affirmative body language. We also discussed that. Chin up, shoulders back, intentional smile on your face. When the retailer is done talking, summarize what they've said, and based on what they said, ask relevant follow-up questions. Pause to avoid awkwardness. Avoid talking over the retailer. When they're done talking, pause for 3 seconds before and then listen. This allows you to fully digest what they said and then how you can respond. Prepare to listen. Be empathetic. Focus on what you really want. Practice intentional control and prepare to listen. And last but not least, be video ready. Wardrobe is everything. Dress to the same level that you would see in your retailer. Dress for success. And the age-old question, should you wear pants? The answer is yes. Your brain knows when you're not wearing pants, and it alters the way you think, your mood and attitude and behavior. So wear those pants. You're going to feel confident. You're going to feel your best, and you know you're going to be your best. The saying is, when you dress your best, you feel your best. And then grooming. Don't roll out of bed not with your teeth brushed and your hair not brushed. Try to put some effort into the way you look. During 2020, the only thing we wanted to do is wear pajamas and not brush our teeth, right? Well, that doesn't read well on video. So put your best foot forward, not only your attitude, your clothing, and then brush your teeth, brush your hair, put on a little makeup, put some lipstick and blush on, and you are ready to rock and roll. In conclusion, these elements will directly affect your sales calls. Happy selling, and I'll see you next time. Bye.